video lesson we're going to look at the Grip Dynamometer test. The purpose of this fitness test is to assess a performer's muscular strength, in particular in their hand and arm. When completing the Grip Dynamometer test, it's essential that a performer completes a sufficient warm-up as well as stretches the muscles, in particular in the arm that they're going to be using in the test. During this time, the assessor should have measured the performer's hand and adjusted the Grip Dynamometer appropriately so that they can get an efficient grip on the handle. If the handles on the grip are too wide or too narrow, then it's unlikely the performer will be able to measure their maximum muscular strength reading. When it comes to performing the Grip Dynamometer test, the performer starts with the dynamometer in their hand and they raise it above their head. From here, they have about 5 seconds to slowly lower it down to their side, all the while squeezing on the handle as hard as they possibly can. During this time, the maximum force that has been applied to the grips is registered and recorded on the device. The performer should then be provided sufficient rest and they then repeat this 2 more times. After the performer has completed 3 attempts, the assessor can then average out their score and they can provide the performer with their result. This result, when compared to normative data tables, will tell the performer if they are above, at or below the average score. With the Grip Dynamometer test there are a number of benefits, the first being it's very quick and easy to complete. A second benefit is that it requires minimal equipment. And thirdly, it's very repeatable, so a performer can keep going to get an average score that reflects their muscular strength. There are, however, some potential drawbacks. The first being that it does require specialist equipment, and this can cost the performer or coach money. Also, in order for the equipment to give accurate results, it's important that the assessor knows how to and has access to equipment that can calibrate the Grip Dynamometer. What this essentially means is that we're testing the Grip Dynamometer to see if what it's reading is actually accurate. A second drawback is that if the grips are incorrectly adjusted, then the score that's being registered or received by the piece of equipment is likely to be lower than what the performer is actually capable of. And a final drawback of the Grip Dynamometer test is that it only measures hand and arm strength. For performers who predominantly use and train muscle groups in the legs or their torso, the Grip Dynamometer strength test isn't going to be very telling of how high quality their muscular strength is. So, to summarise, the Grip Dynamometer test is primarily used to test muscular strength in the hand and arm of a performer. After completing a warm-up and adjusting the dynamometer correctly to fit the hand size, the performer then completes 3 repetitions of this test. They start with the dynamometer above their head and they slowly bring it down for a period of 5 seconds, squeezing all the way until it reaches their side. The highest force applied to the hand grips is then registered by the machine and the score is recorded. Once 3 scores have been recorded, it's averaged out and it can be compared to normative data tables to tell the performer if they're above average, at average or below average. It's a good test because it requires minimal equipment, it's quick and it's very easy to repeat. However, it does require specialist equipment which could cost money, and it only really registers the hand and arm strength of the performer. So that's the Grip Dynamometer test. I hope you found that mini lesson useful. If you did, then feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can be kept updated with all the video and content that we bring you. Alternatively, if you want to learn more about private tuition or the teaching and learning resources that we provide, then look us up at thepetutor.com and reach out to our team. Hope to hear from you. We'll see you soon.